Greetings to one and all present here. Today, I, Harsh Maurya, is standing in front of you all for the exploration of a vast digital landscape that has created a great impact in our daily lives. It's the social media. So, let's delve into its influence, the opportunities it may create, and the challenges it poses. But before directly jumping onto the topic, I just want to ask a question. How many of you are not connected, whether directly or indirectly, with any of the social media platforms? Yes, that's the answer. There are almost negligible amount of people who are not connected with these platforms. But the question arises why? Why these numbers are increasing day by day? So the answer is in this interconnected world, social media has become an integral part of our daily routines, influencing the way we communicate, interact with each other, and perceive the world around us. While social media has undoubtedly brought everyone of us closer, but at the same time, it has also given rise to many of the challenges. So, now let's talk about its main concern, which is the impact of social media on the mental health of the youth of this country. Now, many of you, even me also, are just posting the selfies, snaps, or the so called stories just to get the likes, comment, mentions, and whatnot. But do any one of you know that the constant need of validation through likes and comments can create a sense of inadequacy and anxiety? I think no one of you might be knowing it. The pressure to maintain a perfect person can lead to a feeling of low self-worth. And in my personal opinion, it is crucial to strike a balance and remember that the true worth of any people lies beyond the numbers of followers and likes. For once, social media is definitely a helping hand for most of the people who use it carefully and wisely. But the addiction of social media is a concerning issue for the youth that has garnered the attention in the recent years. Social media is made for the highly engagement and can trigger an urge to constantly check the notifications, the updates, and to interact with each other. Now, I have another question for you all. How many of you are habitual of keep checking their mobile phones just for the social media platforms? Anyone? That's good that less amount of people are having these kind of habits. But for the person who is having these kind of habits, especially before or after their nap times or the sleep times, can go through a lot of sleep disruption problems, which can affect its overall well-being. Social media is nowadays creating a lot of problem, and the next most concerning problem is the lack of face-to-face communication skills. Nowadays, people are chatting or doing so many things online for so long as with their friends, but are hesitated to speak in front of anyone just for 5 minutes. And these things are arising from these social media platforms. In the end, it's not the numbers of followers that creates an impact, but it's the depth of positive influence and meaningful interactions that shapes the legacy of social media in our daily lives. That's all I want to deliver it from my side. Thank you.
Bharatam yatra paramparaha shwasanti ch vardhante. India, where traditions breathe and thrive. This statement captures the essence of India's rich and diverse cultural heritage. But did you know that India's rich cultural heritage is facing problems of fading traditions and customs? Today, I will be addressing this issue and exploring its implications in our society. A very good afternoon to respected principal, teachers, honored participants, and my dear audience. I, Shraddha Son, stand before you with great enthusiasm and excitement. As we embark on this journey together, I'm reminded of a profound quote. In the churning tides of modernity, India's cultural roots are being washed away, leaving behind a bitter void. This powerful statement reminds us of the issue that concerns the very essence of our nation, India's forgetting culture. But why is our culture forgetting away? One of the major aspects contributing to India's forgetting culture is the gradual neglect of our cultural programs and festivals. Another aspect contributing to the fading of India's cultural heritage is the dilution of our languages. English was introduced as Britishers as a tool to impose their way of thinking, their philosophy, and most importantly, their culture, gradually deframing our philosophy, our culture, and our national pride. Knowing English is a good thing, but neglecting our own languages and our literature has made a mindset in India that our past was a dark age with no scientific knowledge and rationality worth the name. This thought has made India an English dominated society. Our society has become totally dominated by English, and the people who cannot speak English are seen as inferior. Now, the question arises that what we can do in such a situation. In such a situation, we should take a collective approach. As individuals, we can actively promote and participate in cultural events, festivals, and programs. Government and private initiatives should work hand in hand to safeguard India's rich cultural heritage, making this more appealing for the younger generations. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, our culture resides in the hearts and souls of its people. So let us be the torchbearers of our own cultural legacy, igniting the flame of knowledge, respect, and love for our own cultural heritage. Thank you.
Questions. That is my topic for today's speech. Greetings everyone, I am Khushi Maurya and my topic is questions. But before we dive into the topic, I would like to thank my teachers and my judges for this wonderful opportunity to not just give a speech but also to express my thoughts, my ideas, and to grow up my knowledge. So, you all might be, and I hope that you are wondering why I choose such a quirky topic for my speech. I mean, who even gives speech on questions, right? Well, I do. And I do it because I believe in the power of questions. I really do. And one might even disagree, but I believe that questions are more powerful than innovations, more powerful than imaginations, and even more powerful than science or solutions. Simply because questions are the beginning of all of those. If we don't ask, we don't know. And there's simply no knowing without an I don't know. The famous Polish poet Wisława Szymborska once expressed in a Nobel Prize speech that whatever the inspiration is, it's born from a continuous I don't know. And yet, we are just so scared of that phrase, that simple expression of not knowing. Why? Why is this so? An average 4-year-old asks 390 questions. But then comes a time in everyone's life where the curiosity is replaced with insecurities. Do you remember thinking, I can't ask that question in the class? Everybody will think I'm stupid. And what if? What if they laugh on me? Jordan Peterson once said, if you ask enough stupid questions, at one point you are no longer stupid, which simply means if you ask away all your mere doubts and replace them with knowledge and answers, it would not just make you smarter or wiser, but it also creates the way for better questions. Because the more you know, the more there is to know. Sometimes we tend to forget or perhaps never know that questions, even as they might seem as lock and answers, even as they might seem like keys, but still, questions are the keys to doors of various possibilities, various solutions, and various answers. Do you know the power of asking questions? That is, the right question does not just come into play when we are trying to get smarter or wiser or trying to communicate, but it also forms the bridge for self reflection. As I conclude my speech, I would leave you with this thought: let us not be shy away from questions, but instead let us dare to question, dare to wonder, and dare to dream. And never forget that the wise man never gives right answer, but he possesses right questions. That's all for my side. Thank you everyone for being a patient listener.
Think of internet as a public place. Do not just leave all your informations and your details lying around. Remember that there is no secret on the internet. You might be thinking why I'm saying all these things to you, as you all know these things. But almost every person know about these informations about internet or online privacy. But after that also, they are being trapped in such a hectic situation from which it is very difficult to get out. A very good afternoon to all of you present here today. Myself, Kanak Best, I'm from class 11th here in front of you all to speak about online privacy, internet, data protection in this age of digital surveillance. Well, we all are living here, hearing about the mishappenings in our society due to internet. What is the saddest part of this is while on the one hand, some people are taking actions on behalf of this, some people are enjoying it. We are living in the society where humanity is decreasing day by day. So, in such a situation, how can you consider an online stranger as your friend? How can you share a single detail or your secret with them? Remember, even a trusted person can betray you these days. Privacy is just like a treasure for you. Would you like to give your treasure to somebody else? Absolutely not. When we talk about internet or when we use internet, we know that there are both pros and cons of internet. But do we take care of them? When we use social media in a wrong way, it can lead to many problems like cyberbullying, blackmailing, social anxiety, or exposure of the content which is not age appropriate. In this digital age, when we are using internet more than ever before for social media and also online banking, it is our responsibility to take care of few things that are we should use a proper password. For data protection, we should always back up our data. Neglecting these kind of things can impact on our life in high risks. Not only women, the age group of every citizen, whether it is a boy, girl, women, men, or even the old men's and women's, are here targeted by the frauds or blackmails. Now, when we talk about these type of controversial topics, there is no time limit. A lot more to say. But if we talk about some situations like these blackmailing and frauds, do you even imagine what a dangerous situation it can be? Many people are here suffering from depression, anxiety, or even suicidal thoughts because of this. I or any other person as a speaker can only aware you about these things, can only give you information about these things. It's your responsibility to protect yourself, your privacy, your respect, and your happiness. All these things are on your hand. So be aware and be safe. At last, I would like to thank my teachers to give me the opportunity to speak about this topic in front of you all and give you some information. Thank you.
Morning to all of you. Myself Vedant here. I am here to speak a few lines on my topic, that is leadership. I have written this speech, but I am throwing this. This is a no. This is a waste speech. I have written it in interval only. I will speak by my heart, by my soul. Okay. So first, you know that who is Martin Luther King? Martin Luther King. No one knows. Not that in your history books, Martin Luther King. No one knows about Martin Luther King. Oh, such a stupid you are. So I will tell who is Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is a minister. He was a great leader and a politician in America. My topic is about leadership, so I will talk about only that. Martin Luther King was a great leader and a revolutionary. He revoluted the caste system and religion. The religion that he changed from one religion to other, and Martin Luther King want to change their man from one religion to other. So everyone has heard the story about Subhash Chandra Bose. No one is here. Such a stupid you are. I will tell that story to you. One time when Subhash Chandra was in college, he decided to independent India. Decided an independent India. He think about independent India. So he go to Germany. Germany. Who is the ruler of Germany that days? Hitler. Yeah, as Hitler is the ruler of Germany that days. So mathe wo that Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose decided to meet him and independent the slaves that were working under Hitler. So Subhash Chandra Bose built an army. What is the name of their army? The Subhash Chandra Bose built. Arey, you don't know anything. I will tell it to you. That army name is Azad Hind Fauj. That army, the Subhash Chandra Bose bring that army to India. What a great leader he is. He bring thousands of men to India by Vietnam, by America, by Sri Lanka. Thousands of men come to India and they revolute India. As all of you, this is a common thing that all of you know about Nelson Mandela. We have studied in 10th. We have studied in 10th class. Yes, you know that Nelson Mandela, what a nice personality is. Not auntie, is a nice personality. What happened to your ears? at the at the end, I will say that no, this is not an end, yeah. At the end, I will say that the Nelson Mandela, what Nelson Mandela do? Anybody knows? What? She? Nelson? Why? Anyone from 10th? Yeah, Harsh. Harsh, my friend. You know that Nelson Mandela, what Nelson Mandela do? What you have studied in 10th now? So, Nelson Mandela, listen, in South Africa there was a rule of British and Portuguese. So Nelson Mandela took the opportunity and Nelson Mandela free the citizens of South Africa from Portuguese and US citizens that were living in South Africa. There is a caste-based system that Nelson Mandela distributed, and they got freedom in like 1980. I am right, sir. 1998 or 1999. Sir, I am right. They got freedom in 1998. Nelson Mandela in South Africa. Nelson Mandela. In which year they? 1992. Yeah, little bit, yeah. So wait, listen. At the end, I want to know what changes you want as a leader. Imagine if you are a leader for one day of this country, what changes you will do? Anyone? Please stand. Please stand and answer, yaar. What changes will do? For one day. Anyone from the judges, sir? No one will do. Sir, please. What changes you will do if you are? Tushar want my friend Tushar. So, at the end of my speech, I would like to say, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
A very warm hello to each beautiful soul present here. A very warm good afternoon to our respected judges, to our faculty members, and to each person present in the audience here. I am Sanai Fartyar of class 9, standing in front of you all to express my views on the topic. But before I let you all know what my today's topic is, I would like to share you guys something. My today's topic is not about a big or small problem we as a nation or as a person are facing on daily basis. Neither. My topic is on the most controversial opinions of our country nor on my conclusion of facts. But today, I have brought you all something different. Whoa, I'm running short of words right now, but I can't afford it because I have to speak. But today, I would like to start my talk with a disclaimer. And that disclaimer is that today I'm not brought you all a topic to share. Yes, you all heard it right. Today I have not brought you all a topic, but a story to share to you all. It is a story of two women whose imperfectly perfect life made her what and who she is today. It's a story of a woman who, in pursue in her dreams and aspiration, made other people realize that if you think your life is hard and you're going to give up on that, then think again, because that time you're being unfair to your own self. It's a story of a woman who made people realize that sometimes problems are not too big. We are just too small to face it. It's the story of a woman who, with time, realized that real happiness doesn't lie in your money, fame, or in the big, big houses, but it lies within gratitude. It lies within telling the people how thankful you are for this thing or for that, or for this person for having in my life. So I am here today and I'd like to share the story of these two women that are none other than my own mother and my own aunt. I really know the power of words. The words can make you, they can break you, they can heal your soul for forever and damage you too. Many people speak without thinking, but I know how powerful the words are. So I would like to begin. Are you guys excited? No? No? It's okay if you guys are not, but I hope at the end of the speech, I will make you guys to feel like you have heard something nice or great by a person, right? So, ma, mother, isn't it the most beautiful words to our ears? No matter who we are or in what situation we are, we always say ma, right? If we are happy, we recall ma. If we are in worry, we say ma. No matter who we are or what the situation is, we always have that one shed over us who is there to protect us from this evil world or cruel world. Yes? So, what to say about my mother? She was always the inspiration and the epitome of inspiration to me. She was the oldest child of her family. Since her childhood only, she was under pressure of her younger sibling. Like, she was always under responsibility of her younger siblings and to also help her mother in household work. She used to take responsibility of her younger siblings while helping her mother. You know how hard it is. You're just a kid. You're having your younger siblings to take responsibility. Now we also have some younger siblings, but now our parents are so much educated and advanced that they can help us into it. We don't have a lot of responsibility. They do not live have a. She was not from a rich family, not from the middle class one. They lived in a small house, and that's true. At the age of 17 only, she was under pressure of extreme. It was extreme under pressure of a marriage in society. You know, what is 70 is about an age where we all have some dreams. You all have some dreams, right? What's your dream? Any of you can say, do you have dreams? No, nobody has some dream. Really? Okay, let me take mine. My dream is to be successful, and so as you all, right? At the same she was having, but that has been crushed by her own parents in front of her eyes. And you think how hard is for to her, but she really does take the decision to marry the person she didn't know. And you know, at the moment I'm speaking this, at the moment yesterday or before yesterday, I always asked her, why you marry, why can't you stand for yourself that time? But she always gave a soft smile to me and say, if I would not marry, then how I would have two beautiful children like you. It shows me how selfless a person could be, but not worthless. You can be selfless, but not worthless. Her story always inspired me to be selfless. How you can find your own happiness in others by making other people smile. You a smile will already craft in your face only. My second story is of my aunt. It's a story you might be a little familiar to. I think you all have watched the movie Hera Fairy. Do you all? Oh, that's a great thing. My aunt's story is similar to that. She was just 18 when she was working in a company, and that company was something I don't know really about, but an investment of finance company. And of course, she was not from a extreme nice village, but she was from a huge village. So her company asked her if she can get some investors from her village to their company. So that she does. She asked the villagers if you want to arrange your money or invest your money into it, and the villagers agreed. But do you know At one night only, that company ran away, and all villagers were again her over her. They were asking, they were searching for her all over. My grandmother, my nanny, asked her to go away somewhere where you can be safe. When she reached to a safe place, she called her mother and she asked her, "What's the condition? How you all are?" And you know what's my grandmother say? She was crying badly. My grandmother said, "Why you were born? You were always the backlash on us. Why you're born? And think of a child. You're just 18 and your parents saying you have no shade over you. What your life would be, and you don't know where to go." She was so broken that till some years back, this trauma has really do a lot to her mental health and to her physical health. But right now, she's a life coach and she has really come over to it. That's why her story inspires me to be selfish, not selfless, but to be selfish for me. Sometimes you have to go with the flow, but sometimes some ups and downs you have to face to become to go where you are. And how I told you the two stories. If I could, I would just say one story to you all. But why I told the two ones? Because two one have both have happy endings with a different story. And remember that if you don't have story or never have story to tell to someone when you grow up, then I'm really saying to that to you all, that you don't have achieved anything in life or did anything in life. Because if you don't have story, if you don't have experience, what do you have tried new? No, you don't have tried something new, you have not achieved something new. Because you have to think that there was no one like you and there will be no one like you after that. Today's topic is also my today's topic was all about the two beautiful souls in my life, but it was also about making all of you realize about your individuality, how special you are, how special you are, and there will be no one like you. So you have to think that you can do anything what you can. Look at your hands. They have fed so many beautiful animals and dried some of your tears. Look at your feet. It have walked you to your favorite places and walked you away from the bad ones. Look at your eyes. They have seen so many beautiful people. Look at your mouth. They have told so many people you love them and you appreciate what you have in life. Look at your legs. They held you when you feel you're not even enough to stand. You are the one who always there for you from the day one, and you will be the one who will be there for you to the day last. And you have all to realize what is the importance of your individuality in your life. One life, one. You're one person, one life. Live the way you want to live it. Create any memories you want to create. Remember that in creating the memories with others, do not forget to create memories with your own self. Do not forget your inner child. And at the last, I would like to say, no story have value if a listener is not listening. And you all were great listener. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Do you know which factor helps students in giving their best in exams as well as getting the good results? It is the ability to manage exam stress. A little bit of stress is positive and is pushes the student to give their best in exams. But excessive stress make the situation worse as the student despite hard work and underperforms in exam. Good afternoon to one and all present here. I am Sanchita Rawat and today I am standing in front of you to present an insightful and eye-opening topic on exam stress. Notes, resources, and study materials for cracking an exam are easily available. Yet, the most prevalent issue is the inability to tackle exam. Be it the board exam students, UPSC aspirants, CAT aspirants, JEE aspirants, all of them do face an anxiety and stress during the exam. This speaks volume louder as it how important it is to inculcate the skill of emotional intelligence and stress management in the students. There are many factors which lead to increase in exam stress. Those factors are poor time management skills and bad company, using too much mobile phones, and negative comparison by the teachers, parents, and procrastination. According to me, the most important factor is procrastination because many of the students wait for a sort of motivation and spark to get them started. But we are waiting for motivation and not doing it in our real life.
The journey of thousand miles start with a single step, and for the students, the single step is about to study. There are many factors that helps us to improve the stress management, and these factors are doing yoga and exercises, practicing deep breathing techniques, uh, practicing affirmations, and proper time management skills. Always remember that apart from testing the knowledge, what exam actually tests is the calmness and to handle pressure. Thus, along with mastering your syllabus, don't forget to master the ability of stress management. And I'm very lucky that I'm studying in that environment where all the teachers are very supportive and encourage me to perform well, not only studies to and to learn the concepts. Thank you.